It's live.
I liked it. Shared it. Covered link.
You're putting on Facebook?
Facebook right now. So I put it on yours too.
Okay.
That's what I may just post here.
Nope, that's totally fine. This stupid golf club. Bill, he's gonna watch this later.
Did you put on 814?
I'm doing it right now.
It's weird how that camera looks.
It looks like two different screens, doesn't it?
It does.
Like my Top Gun mustache. All right, you ready?
My retirement hat.
Yeah. You mean your next
Off-season.
employment?
Yeah, my off-season hat.
All right, ready?
Yep.
All right, what's up, guys? It's Coach Jeremiah, Coach Aaron from 814 Hockey, and we're just gonna talk some playoff hockey.
Can you believe that game yesterday? We're talking about the Oilers Avalanche game.
Yeah, for those that didn't watch, it was a barn burner.
It was crazy.
Final score was 8-6.
I was looking at a stat today. It was awesome. It's the highest offensive playoffs in 27 years. So 27 years ago, what made the difference?
Well, it was the two-line pass.
Two-line pass made a difference.
Yeah.
So why now, though? Why so much offense?
Well, I think there's a couple big things. One, you have McDavid, McKinnon, Makar, and I mean Draisaitl in this series.
Household name.
Yeah. No, but also if there's a number of things. One thing I really want to get into after I say this, but the first thing we'll get into is it's the playoffs of the backup goalie.
I agree. I didn't notice that until you said that today while we were just kind of sitting here eating lunch. And Jeremiah says, well, been third string goalies in like 3 series.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it does make sense. I mean, let's be honest, though. When you get there, if you're playing an NHL game, you're a top-tier goalie.
Oh, yeah. I mean, some of these third-string backups are at least backups or starters on other teams, too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
agreed.
Like, Domingue probably could be a starter on Arizona. You know, who's the starting goalie for Arizona?
No one knows.
But that's my point. Is people knew who Domingue was before.
From Des Moines, Iowa.
The Arizona State University.
Yes, that's right.
Backup goalie is the starting goalie.
Arizona State might be able to beat them.
I mean,
that'd be a good game.
I'd watch
charity game.
There you go. NHL, we'll take proceeds to the mark for that idea.
Yeah. It's help us fund our endowment just a little bit.
Yeah,
just a little bit.
We just want a couple mil. That's all.
But in all seriousness, the goalies, I do think being the third string does have a little bit to do with it. But 6.3 goals a game.
I mean, so Mike Smith letting in how many goals? 4 goals, 3 goals, whatever it was yesterday, and then Koskinen coming in, and then Darcy Kemper getting hurt.
Yeah.
And, who's the backup goalie? Shoot, I'm blanking out. I mean, I could look it up, but it doesn't matter. Point is,
correct. It doesn't really matter.
Two backup goalies in the game.
Yeah.
And then you have McDavid shooting.
How many goalies have been pulled in the playoffs? See, that would be a good stat to know. See, normally we have our man Jared on as our statistician, or Jake. Sorry, Jake on as our statistician, and he's not on today yet. But
he'll be here.
It's during the work week, so it's just good.
It
might take him a little bit longer. Yeah. But I'd like to know how many goalies actually got pulled. I mean, Shesterkin, who was by far the best goalie in the league this year, he got yanked in the Pittsburgh series. He's been stellar though. But I mean, Florida
has Vasilevsky come out? I don't think Vasilevsky has come out yet. So
Minnesota
not only getting pulled, just injuries. Like Hughes still had to play for St. Louis.
Yeah.
Did Fleury get pulled at all? I don't know why they started Fleury. I love to, point out that they shouldn't have started Fleury for a while.
I'd like to know why they played Fleury. Was it a publicity stunt, or they really believe they win with Fleury?
Well, here's the thing: Bill Guerin's the GM,
so
they're buddies.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not the main reason, right? But I mean,
are you telling me that Billy Guerin walked down before the game and said you're going to start Fleury?
What do you think they were just like, we're picking up Fleury at the deadline so that we could win hockey games in the playoffs? When's the last time we won a playoff?
The question would be: do you think the coach is on board?
They have to be, don't they? I mean, you would know more about the owners.
I wouldn't think so. I would think the coach is the coach. And
what about the owners? If you're telling me you're the coach,
the owner is different than the GM, though. The owner is different than the GM.
Yeah, but here's the thing:
could you imagine Ray Shero walking down and telling Sullivan to play somebody? I can't see it.
Here's they work very closely together, though, right? Right. Yeah. I mean, so if your GM is like gung ho on Fleury or any goalie, you don't think the coach would be like, you know what, maybe that's they're like, you're really into this guy, you think this highly. It was
such a mistake, though. It was such a mistake because
Talbot was hot at the end of the season too,
and not just that. Fleury thrives on that. I'm going to come in and save the day. Mm-hmm. He does. He shouldn't have been the guy starting. Because if Talbot had a problem, then he could have slid right in there. Yeah, but I agree. I mean, it's crazy. Anyway, back to this game. Let's get back to it.
Real quick, I don't want to hate on Fleury because I actually do like Fleury. But like I said,
I'd like to see him back in Pittsburgh. I'd like back up next year.
I'd like to see him succeed, but
I'd love to see him in Pittsburgh again one more year.
But yeah,
another one more year in Pittsburgh jersey is the backup. Come on, Hextall, make that one happen. I mean, that should happen. Bring back the 4 horsemen. Let them ride out in the sunset. I don't know if you're bringing Letang back anyway. That's another. We can get into that later.
Anyway, I want
back to your team.
Okay, I want to give you crazy stat of the game.
Okay, crazy stat of the game.
I want you to guess who had this many shots. Okay, there was 9 shots by one player in the game. Which player was it? Which team? You guess the team. I'll tell you if you're right or wrong.
Okay. Well, I would assume Colorado.
Yes, that's correct.
It's not your guy, is it?
No, it's neither one of my guys.
So not McKinnon, not McCarr.
Forward. Everybody hates him. Previous goon status, like a Marchand type player.
Like a Chuck status?
Past superstar. Well, kind of still a superstar. Could have been an all-star. Was it an all-star? Could have been an all-star. No. Good guess. It was Nazem Kadri.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 9 shots. And that was like halfway.
Toronto.
Well, hey, you got Matthews and all them. You don't need
golfing. They're golfing. Right? Toronto's golfing. These Cadres still in the playoffs.
That's true.
Toronto's golfing.
That's very true.
So I don't know. I can't.
That's a crazy stat of the game.
Crazy stat. 9 shots. Kadri.
Both goalies didn't have very good games.
Well, I would hope not. 8-6.
Terrible save percentage.
If you ever say that there was a good game by a goalie in an 8-6 game, I'm sorry.
Actually, Koskinen had 20 saves on 21 shots.
Before he was taken out.
No, when he was put in for Smith.
Well,
Smith was taken out. So 20 for 21. Pretty good game from Koskinen.
No, what is that the end of second?
Is
that the end of the second?
No, he was pulled earlier.
Earlier than that?
Yeah. Yeah, he only played. Does it say his?
That game was so.
He played 26 minutes, so he's
second so crazy. Period. I mean, it was crazy. It was one of those things where I saw, I was like, am I watching a kids game or is this NHL '98? Like, what is going on?
I will say this about just the offense in the game. Gretzky, I was FaceTiming Jake when we were watching the game, and Gretzky was on an intermission saying you have to care about defense just a little bit. And I was like, nah, Gretzky's wrong. And Jacob and I were laughing. He's like, what does he know? He only has 5 cups. And Colorado, three breakdowns in the D zone because they're trying to run and gun and go score another goal, and Oilers come back and score.
What I couldn't believe is that they didn't shut it down. They should have went into some sort of half trap, play a 2-1-2.
Or not even that, just everything out of the zone, everything off the boards, everything up. Go north with it.
It's still a lot of fancy passes.
Well, no, not even just if you watch.
I'm saying there was.
Oh yeah. Well, if you watch Tampa, they said this last night. Tampa plays to win 1-0.
Correct.
Colorado was
Jersey.
Well, yeah. I mean any successful team,
they get up a goal and they go into the 1-2-2.
Yeah.
Right.
But even
even
if they're not playing that style, they're still just off the boards, up the ice, get it out of the zone, block shots. And don't get me wrong, there were some block shots last night, but not nearly as much as New York or Tampa has been.
Absolutely. So. No, I agree with you. This is the playoff hockey I don't like, though. don't like this kind of hockey. I like goals, but I don't want 8-6 games.
Yeah.
I want 4-3, 3-2, highly dramatic, where every shot counts. Not every shot goes in.
Yeah, no. And you know me, I'm an offense guy. Like, I love offense. Last night was making me so angry at just both sides of on the ice.
Did it get you more engaged or less engaged?
Less engaged. Jacob turned off the game because he's like, screw this.
Yeah.
Like, he was
That's
like,
how I was.
I almost did it, and I was like, I like both. Like, I like watching both these teams because, one, I still drill ideas from watching them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm sure, absolutely.
So like, but there's really nothing.
Well, I guess I got so bored, like going.
It wasn't that I was bored. It was just such like a annoying thing to see. Like,
no defense.
Go up the ice. It was an all-star game.
Correct.
Like, it was like
I was just watching players. And it was like a men's league game.
And I hate watching all-star games because of there's no defense. The game doesn't matter. Like, that's what this felt like. The game didn't matter.
And I will say with this series, I'm not going to be impressed with the hitting. As much as I want to be impressed with the hitting, there's just not good hitting.
I mean, there's some nice hits last night, but it wasn't like.
But it wasn't with a purpose hit.
No,
it was just like, I'm targeting.
It was
to get an ooh out of the crowd, not like I'm going to stop you to get the puck.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, I see what you're saying now. Yeah,
right. It wasn't checking with a purpose. It was checking just to check.
Yeah, like I want
a higher out reel.
Yeah,
not I'm going to stop you from getting the puck so my defenseman can get the puck and we can start moving it out of the zone.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So
100%.
I hope it's not like this the rest of the time. I really do.
Well, the Flames series started out like this for Oilers too.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
For any other games like high scoring like this, I don't remember.
There was a one,
not like 8-6 like the first game was, but
wasn't it a Panther game? It was. I don't know. I want to say 6-3 maybe.
Tampa.
6-3.
No, 6-3. Avalanche.
Avalanche in the Blues game. I was going to say there was definitely a 6-3 game, but I didn't know. Well, 5-1. That's still a lot of scoring.
5-3 from game 2 is another high one.
5-2 still. I mean, that's a lot of goals.
4-1 on Oilers.
7 goals in a playoff game, which these are supposed to be the best of the best teams.
Yeah.
And you're giving up 5-6 goals. I don't understand.
Yeah.
But it has, to me, it seemed like more the West than it is the East.
Yeah.
The East is a lot more shut down.
I'm excited to see the Rangers Tampa. Well, actually, you want to do a prediction for the rest of the series, and then we'll move into the preview for.
Yeah, let's get that over with first. All right, so we got game 2 tomorrow night.
Yep.
8 Eastern, on ESPN. Before we get into that, let's talk about ESPN a little bit. I know that you
put it on ESPN Plus and let everybody watch it.
Yeah.
Like, what's the big deal?
I mean, I guess they want cable because that's where the money is. Right? They want cable. They want you to go to cable.
Yeah.
But the announcing. Yes or no compared to NBC?
I haven't. So the game I watched last night was on. I watched on TNT.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad, but the thing is, like, I don't know.
Do you like Doc Emmerich?
I don't really care for him.
So you like the
it's
ESPN
not.
better.
So the thing is, like, with the play-by-play now, I've just grown accustomed to like not even listening to. You know, I mean, I still listen.
Where's Barry Melrose though?
He's on ESPN Plus doing like the
correct. Why did they move Barry Melrose to commentating?
I don't know if I should be saying this online, but I think he's losing it a little bit, like mentally, like actually, like not making a joke.
Interesting.
Like I think he's slipping a little bit.
Gotcha.
So maybe they're like, okay, we want you to have a job still, but like you can't do.
It's gonna be in a better or
in like
a little more less role.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Or like he's been doing a lot of highlights on ESPN. Like,
what do you think of Chris Chelios?
Players moving into broadcasting, especially play-by-play, kind of annoys me because there are people that go to school.
Well, he wasn't play-by-play though.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
He's analyst. He's intermission analyst.
Wait, is he on ESPN?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, him and Messier?
Yeah.
It's like Gretzky on TNT. Like, it's cool, I guess, but it's like
it's cool to see them.
Yeah.
Because I grew up with those kids. Well, I shouldn't say those kids. I grew up with those guys at the same age that I am. You wouldn't know about his beard, but I don't know. I just
like I'm gonna be really annoyed one day if like here's the thing, like if Crosby ever becomes an analyst, I would be very, very mad.
I don't think Crosby ever will because he's too quiet.
But you know what I'm saying?
But I could see someone like Kessel, good.
eating a hot dog the whole time.
Drinking a beer. I couldn't see like you can't see Ovechkin doing it.
Like Paul Bissonnette doing it is like kind of cool because one, he has Spit and Chicklets, which is like he's in there entertaining at the very least.
Right, and that's what you want. You want someone that's entertaining. These guys
like
are not
Chelios is entertaining.
They're not entertaining.
They were fun to watch play hockey, but like
and Messier, he's good, but why ESPN are you getting all the fighters?
Or like
why are you getting all the chippy guys?
Like they're not even like they're really not entertaining me at all.
Right. Like I'd much rather have like a someone fun like a Pascal Dupuis or
anybody.
I mean, or like even to say like Jeremy Roenick was at least entertaining.
Talbot would be, Roenick was entertaining. He was an a-hole, but
correct, but
he was entertaining.
Right.
Why? And people talked about him being entertaining. Correct. I mean, not that we're not talking about Messier and Gretzky and all these other.
And Messier is better than Chelios. Let's be honest. He is a lot better.
But he was Roenick was entertaining because
he would say stuff that
was inflaming
or dramatic.
Correct. So, Messier's hasn't said anything that. Like, I couldn't even tell you one thing. I could probably tell you something Roenick has said stupid. Like, if I really sat down and thought about it.
Oh, I could tell you
all these years later.
I could tell
all these
you
years later.
Said. So, but even the other guy, the coach for Boston, who was the commentator last year on NBC, what was his name? He was in that game with the shoe, and they jumped over the glass, and I can't remember his name. But I'm sure. See, we need our statistician.
Yeah, we need Jake. But Jake, if you're here in the comments.
So anyway, that's just my thing on ESPN. I'm not impressed. They need to get some people that just will create a little bit more drama around the intermissions. I think everybody's turning off the intermissions. Yeah, and there's just not much going on. I mean, Gretzky's been good but you're going to just see Gretzky, right? You're not looking for his input and things like that. You're just going because it's Gretzky. I mean, he's the greatest hockey player of all time. Hands down.
I got put in my place last night when I was like, "That's Gretzky." So,
well, you don't question Gretzky. That's what I said. You're tuning in to see him.
Yeah,
not for him to do. Now, if he was doing the play-by-play, I'd probably be actually more interested.
I probably would be
because he's got player mentality,
and he also could know what he give you insight into why he was like doing what he did. Maybe even
correct.
Like, you know what I mean? Like his analyst is like, "Oh, they need to play defense."
Yeah.
Well, okay, Gretzky. Like, what would you do if they were playing the way they were doing? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What would you do?
Like, I want to know how
I wish they would do exactly what they do for the referee thing and have a coach on the staff and be like, why did they do this at this point?
Yeah.
And have a coach analyze that 30
That'd
seconds.
Be interesting. I'd watch that.
Just like the referee do. What do you think on this call?
Or why do you think they put out?
And then they give you that information. Why do the coaches not do the exact same thing? It'd be so easy for them to just do that.
Well, on that vein, Jake and I were talking about like McKinnon being matched up against McDavid at home. Yeah. Like I get you want to put your best against the best, right? Like that's the whole idea. But like
that's not what they did though. Carolina Carolina Rangers game, they put the stall line against the.
Well, why wouldn't you wouldn't you put Kadri, who's like a menace, against McDavid to just blow him up, like make him mad, get him out of his game? Like why wouldn't
it's like the Marchand theory,
like what's going through Bednar's head to put like that matchup? You have any matchup you want at home,
correct?
And you're putting McKinnon against McDavid. Like I'd be interested to see how the Oilers play against McKinnon.
I don't know why. It was funny because I do think the same thing with the Carolina Rangers game. I don't understand why you would try and put top line against top line when you have Jordan Stahl line, which is your third line, can easily take on the Zibanejad line. Yeah. And they did. They actually neutralized
Jordan Stahl's a career shutdown.
The problem is that Kreider was just too much of a force. Yeah. He was too much of a force. He didn't score a lot of goals, but he does everything right.
Yeah.
He
uses his body correctly.
Yeah. And it's just crazy. So, all right. Enough of that. Let's get into predictions for the Oilers Avalanche. Okay. Game 2 tomorrow night. I got the Oilers 3-2.
I'm gonna take Avalanche at home, but I'm gonna say the next two go to Oilers, and I'm gonna say overall 7 games. McKinnon and company. So to finally get past the hump and go.
If the Avalanche don't win this outright right off the bat in 5 games, if they don't win in 5 games, they lose it. They have to win in 5 or they're going to lose in 7. I don't think they can. I'm not saying they can't sustain
I think they still could win in 6.
I think they're just going to get in their own heads the longer this goes. I think the Oilers still believe that they have nothing to lose. Like the Oilers honestly believe that they are the underdogs.
Yeah.
Because Colorado has been so dominant in the Western Conference. So
the Oilers don't even think they should be here, probably.
Correct.
Right. I mean, like Colorado, like, and not saying like either one had an easier path, but Colorado's been so dominant. Well, St. Louis is a pretty good team still. They're still had it. St. Louis is better than St. Louis better than the Flames? Probably.
No, I don't.
I don't think so. More playoff experience.
Playoff experience, but not.
They know how to win. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
St. Louis was just nagging.
I don't know. I think
the Flames were good.
They were good, but they didn't. They don't play playoff hockey. They don't know playoff hockey. They don't know. Like St. Louis plays playoff hockey.
Right. They knew in the last month to just squeak in and see what could happen. Whereas the Flames were go.
That's why I don't know. Like Nashville's a joke to the Avalanche, but I agree. St. Louis, pretty good team. Yeah. So has have the Oilers played? I mean, the Kings, you could say, have playoff experience, but they're a young team.
Oh, they're super.
So they haven't really played playoff hockey, quote unquote playoff hockey.
That's why I think the Avalanche had an easier way, easier time getting there.
That's fair, but I think they could close out in 6. It's going to go 7 though, and they still get in. And here's the thing: I don't want the Avalanche to win.
See. You're such a liar.
I'm saying that because every team I ever root for loses. So that's not true, but recently.
I think that the game will be too big for the Avalanche if it gets to Game 7. They will panic. They lose the game if they get down by 1 goal because they will panic.
I don't know. I think they're deep enough that I don't think they'll hit the panic button as much as we think.
If you say they're that deep, then they should win in 5. If you believe,
but it's like
that Colorado is that deep in talent, which they are. They are. Now, they don't have a lot of experience, but they are deep in talent.
Here's what it really actually comes down to is which Mike Smith shows up each game. Because Mike Smith's good to bounce back next game.
But you could say that about every team.
Mike Smith,
every goal.
Yeah, but Mike Smith is literally like, when he's good, he's good. When he's bad, he is bad. Shesterkin's, when he's not good, he's okay.
He got yanked in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but he still was. It's like you watch some of those goals. Some of them you can't say were his fault. Every Mike Smith goal is usually his fault. I shouldn't say that, but
I disagree and agree. I agree that there are some of those shots that he has to make those saves, right? But we could say that about every team.
That's true. But I think I think the way that they swing is like Mike Smith good is here. Mike Smith bad is here. Shesterkin good is here. Shesterkin bad's here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
If we're making that
I'm looking at Carolina, right? Mm-hmm. Carolina, good game, then bad game. Good game, then bad game. I mean, look at the last game. Look at Game 7.
Yeah.
Pucker. It's all one.
The other thing is,
Rainta 1 goal, and it all went downhill.
Rainta was good in that series. He really was good, but he's not the guy. Mike Smith is the guy in Edmonton.
Is he?
He's supposed to be the guy.
Yeah, but is he?
When he's good. When he's good,
yes. You're coaching that team, is Mike Smith your guy?
No. I think he's my guy.
No.
Because when he's good, he's good.
I'm going and getting another goalie.
When he's good, he's good. He's done after this year.
That's what I'm saying.
He's like 41.
That's what 42. I'm saying. He's
but
not
I'm saying
your guy.
But when he's good, he is good.
So is Fleury.
Yeah, but Fleury hasn't been like.
He was winning in Vegas 2 years ago.
Yeah, that was the last time he was like good though.
That was the last time Mike Smith was good.
Game 5 against the Flames when he let in 1 goal.
No, I'm saying before this playoffs. You could say same thing about.
I've been saying they need to get rid of Mike Smith for a while.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. He's not the guy.
But in Edmonton, they put all their faith. It doesn't matter what I would do with him. Well, it matters the Edmonton coaching staff, the Edmonton ownership, GM, whoever. They put their faith in Mike Smith. I agree. You know what I mean?
Initially.
No, I mean I just don't think he's the guy. But to them, he's the guy. You got to be making those saves.
Sure, I agree.
It's like Campbell in Toronto.
Right.
You got to have.
They don't have a backup.
Campbell played great for Toronto against the Lightning. I mean, great is overstated. He played just as good as Vasilevsky. Yeah. But to be the guy, you have to make the big saves. I agree. I don't think he's the guy for me on my team. But in Toronto, they put all this faith in him. He's got to be the guy.
Sure.
So sure. But anyway,
all right. So you think it's 7?
You got 5 games.
I got 5 games. I don't think if they win it in 5, then they lose it in 7. I think they're so deep in depth. They're so deep in depth, not knowledge and not playoff experience. Well, I shouldn't say knowledge. They probably have a lot of knowledge, but playoff experience. I think that they're young enough where that roller coaster could come down. I mean, it could start really high, and once the wheels start falling off, it definitely could. So that's why you gotta watch out. Draisaitl's good. McDavid is good. These guys can make you start getting in your own head.
Yeah,
that's why I think that Colorado's got to close them out early. Yeah. It's got to be like goal after goal, pounding.
If the defense shuts them down like they did last night in like the first 2 periods, they'll be fine.
Correct. But it was too many goals. Yeah. No defense.
But they got to start playing playoff hockey.
Yeah, they're trying to just wreck people.
If they play playoff hockey, they could probably close them out in 4, to be honest.
I agree. If you play playoff hockey, which is get up at a goal, play 1-2-2, they shut them down.
Yeah,
they do. They're fast. Kyle McCarr's so fast. Nathan McKinnon
best skater in the world.
Is another Crosby when it comes to puck protection, right? I mean, you just puck protect. So crazy. So anyway,
moving on.
All right, let's go to the tonight. Worst. This is the worst.
This could be okay. So, battle of goal scoring in the West.
Yes.
Battle of goaltending in the East.
The battle of whoever's worst.
I think both teams are. They're not they're entertaining.
They have 2 goalies with nobody good on the ice.
I mean, there are a lot of good players in the league. We talked about this in another video, didn't we? Where we said Tampa has probably the best core besides Toronto. Actually, it probably goes Tampa, Toronto.
Yeah,
for cores.
It does. They're just so old now. And I don't want them to win again.
They're younger than you.
Yes, that's true. But did you see this baby face? It's coming back. I'm going the other way.
Okay. Well, okay. But Kucherov's still young. Vasilevsky's still young.
But he's a goalie. So I'm saying
Brayden Point's young.
No, Brayden Point's.
He's injured, but
he sucks.
Stamkos is getting up there.
He sucks.
He's 30, 31.
Yeah. I shouldn't say sucks, but you know what I mean, though. Like
they're not.
If you look at the 4 teams left with the superstars that are there.
Oh yeah, the West is way more.
The West is in.
Yeah, but 100%. You still have in the Rangers Tampa series, you have Panarin, who's exciting.
I like it, Panarin.
Zibanejad is.
Stand up.
You can't because he's a thorn in the Penguins' side. Who else you got? Oh, Kreider. Kreider's 52 goal scorer.
But the problem with Kreider,
the kid line's been fun to watch.
Kreider, he just does everything so boring. It's like watching the '95 New Jersey Devils.
It's like a NHL like cheat where you just like hit power move to the net and it's a goal.
Yeah,
like that's what he's been doing.
And I like Shesterkin, and I do like Vasilevsky.
Adam Fox.
But that's the only people I want to show up to watch that game. I don't like Kreider. I don't like Zibanejad.
I do
like Panarin, but he's not the Panarin of a year ago. He's still not the Panarin of a year ago. I want to see that guy. I want to see the Kucherov of last year. I want to see
Kucherov's still silky smooth though.
He is silky smooth.
He's so good.
But McDavid is another level.
McKinnon
is another level.
You're definitely not
wrong.
Kyle
McCarr is another level.
You're definitely not. I'm not saying you're wrong.
So that's why.
But Kucherov is fun to watch in his own like Russian way. You know what I mean?
The only thing cool about this dynamic right now is that in the final, you're gonna have superior offense versus superior defense. Yeah. No matter what you get now.
Yeah.
No matter what you get, superior offense against superior defense.
Which one do you think wins? Do you think a West team wins, or do you think an East team wins? I think if Tampa gets there again, they win. I think here's what's going to have to happen. You want to hear my prediction? All right, Rangers have to beat Tampa in 7 to go to, but they have to, right?
Yes.
So if Tampa takes them to 7 and loses, Rangers go and get swept in Stanley Cup Finals. They play three game 7s.
Yes,
that's a long
Rangers. The Rangers cannot win the Stanley Cup.
No, they have. I don't
think they can.
The only thing they have going for them is the Penguins beating the Penguins, because most teams I shouldn't say it.
And the goalie,
but when you beat the Penguins, you win the cup.
Correct.
That's what happens.
Yeah,
if you make it.
Yeah, I agree. You're playing a really hard team. But you played 3 game 7s. You played 3 game 7s. Well, you will play 3 game 7s, I should say. If that happens, I don't see how you win. Especially Tampa's been off for 12 days.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Whatever, 10, 12 days. Crazy days. So I just don't see how that could happen at all.
Yeah.
The next statement, I can't believe I'm going to say this. But I do think Tampa Bay wins if they get in them.
I think so too. I really do.
And I don't want to say that at all because I do want Colorado to just take them. As much as I hate Claude Lemieux and Joe Sakic too, but I do want to see them win it.
I want to see Tampa, Colorado, because I don't care who wins at that point. Like I really don't. Like Colorado, I want to win obviously because McKinnon and Makar, like they're just my two favorite players in the league. But like Tampa winning. So like growing up, after Detroit and Colorado, like their dynasty ended, and salary cap became like a big deal. Everybody in the world was like, there will never be another NHL dynasty. Like nobody.
But there has been though.
Chicago,
Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay,
LA, and Tampa Bay.
Yeah, LA.
Like when Chicago and Pittsburgh are winning all those cups, they're like, no team will win 3 times in a row ever again. So I want Tampa to do that just out of spite.
I can't believe people would make that prediction.
It's such a stupid prediction.
If you have the same team over and over again, they're going to get more familiar with each other,
more experience,
and they're going to win. It's not like it's any different from the NHL. If a team is good and they have a good camaraderie and they know what the heck they're doing, they're going to win. Why do you think the red team wins here all the time? Not just because they have great players. We have some other great players in the league too, but they've been playing together
since they were high school.
Since they were in high school. I mean,
or high school probably.
Correct. So I don't know. I just don't want Tampa Bay to win. Stop smiling. It's not even funny.
Well, I think either way, like it's a win for me as long as. I like all the
Rangers. I mean, as long as Rangers are out, I don't care.
I don't even mind the Rangers winning. I really don't because
because they're blue. It's no reason he likes them.
No, I think here's the thing. I think it'd be cool for
hates your jersey.
When's the last time New York won anything? I mean, it's just good for.
No one cares about New York.
Well, that's the thing.
Unless it's the Yankees, no one cares.
Well, the Yankees have won since 2009. You know what I mean?
So New York doesn't need to win shit. Poop.
But that I wouldn't be bad for the game for any of these teams to win. McDavid getting his first cup would be a cool story. McKinnon getting his first cup,
right? Those are great stories. Those are great stories.
Tampa for the 3rd time, great story. New York,
but who do you want to see hoist the cup up more? McDavid,
McKinnon,
or McKinnon?
Well, McKinnon probably the most.
So why? Why not? Why is so many people your age and even my age against McDavid?
It's not that I'm against McDavid. It's that.
But you know what I'm saying? Like our generation somehow is not McDavid fans, whereas like Andy's age, like it's McDavid everywhere. So why? Why is there that little bit of animosity against McDavid? Everybody's like, oh yeah, McKinnon, Makar, they're awesome. Let's get them hoist a cup.
So this got me thinking just right now.
Okay. That must hurt.
So McDavid winning cups, like he's like already being called like the greatest of all time, but he has no cups. So like if he starts winning cups like every year,
do you think? Okay,
will he be like?
Do you think that McKinnon is actually better than McDavid?
No, McDavid's by far way superior hockey player, and that's saying a lot because McKinnon's a great player.
Supposed to be the best ever. Then how can you say that when you think McDavid is better?
I didn't say McKinnon is the best. I said McDavid is already. McDavid's already been called the best player ever, like by a lot of people. So like, how can you say that when
you've been talking to?
Just watch NHL. Like watch anything on YouTube. Watch any NHL. Like
I think it's because they have to pump that. To be honest with you,
well,
I don't think people my age like McDavid. I think they love Austin Matthews. I think they love McKinnon.
McKinnon's
I think there's something around McDavid that is negative to our age group. Whereas the little kids, Andy, Ethan,
I don't want McDavid to lose because he's good. I want McDavid to lose because he's on a Canadian team. That's me.
No, you can't say that because I guarantee that if Toronto was in the finals, you'd be rooting for them. Yes, you would. Yes, you would.
Against who? Against who?
Anybody. Anybody except for Colorado. Anybody except for Colorado. You are if it's the Kings and in Toronto, you're rooting for Toronto.
Yeah, but I don't like the Kings that much.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You're saying it because they're Canadian. So
McDavid's the only player on Oilers I like. Toronto's got Matthews, Marner. I like Campbell. I really do. I think he could be a great goalie on any other team.
Canadian team.
Actually,
you're not winning on this one. You can't weasel your way.
I'm trying to think of the last time I rooted for a Canadian team to win.
You can't weasel.
No, because last year I was like, I hope no Canadian team win from the North. I'm trying to think why. That's just me speaking out loud. I don't think I would root. I don't know if I would actually root for Toronto.
Like, if it's the Oilers and the Rangers, you're rooting for Edmonton.
I like Toronto growing up, though.
Well, everybody liked Toronto growing up.
Well, that was my first team. Is like Matt Sundin,
correct?
Like Domi, Alex McGill.
Everyone loves Toronto because Toronto equals hockey.
Yeah,
it's where the Hall of Fame is. It's the first thing that makes you think of hockey.
When you think Canada, you think Toronto most of the time.
Or if you think hockey, you think Toronto.
Yeah.
You think the Maple Leafs. It's like it is what it is.
Yeah.
But
so maybe I don't know.
But you can't tell me you're rooting for the Rangers over Edmonton. No way. There is no way.
I think I want McDavid. If it's Rangers, McDavid.
That's what I said. If anyone wins besides the Rangers, I think 98% of hockey fans will be happy.
Okay. Yeah.
That's why I think you're wrong.
I don't know why.
New York doesn't need anything.
New York's the team I want to at least win.
Correct. But it's because New York's terrible. No one likes New York at all. They like the Islanders. Why? Because it's not New
Jersey.
Yeah. Not just New Jersey. They're just not so
they're Long Island.
Pompous.
Yeah. Well, it's just
hockey.
Well, you're a Yankees fan, aren't you?
I am a Yankees fan. It's not hockey.
Oh, okay. Well, it's the same type of fan.
There's ways to back it up.
I'm a Yankees fan, so
the Yankees fan, like, you can back it up with championships.
Well, it's history. Well, they are to baseball what Toronto is.
Right. Rangers isn't history. They haven't won one since Messier.
How many did they have before that?
I don't think they've had any.
I don't know.
I don't know if they've had any.
Anytime when there was only 6 teams.
Where's our statistician? Jake,
where are you? Have to look it up. Yeah, Jacob. We got somebody in here too, I think.
Yeah.
So
say hi.
Hi. Rangers, Cubs.
Shannon.
Shannon, what's for? No, I was kidding. They've won 4 times: 28, 33, 40, and 94.
Wait, what?
28.
20 and 33 don't count. Even 40 doesn't count.
Well, 40 is the start of the original 6.
Right. That's not even the same. Oh, no. So
modern era, they haven't
won anything. Yeah. 94 with Messier. That's it. All right. So you can't. It's not the same. Yankees have won. How many championships?
27.
Since 40.
Oh, since 40?
Yeah, you said since the original 6. Did the Yankees win? It's got to be in the 20s.
It's got to be a little bit less than that because they were winning
15.
Probably
so let's say 15.
Let's say 15
championships.
They've won in every decade except for the 2010s.
Okay. So yeah. So think about it. They're not. It's not the same.
Yeah. That's true. That's fair. I would agree with that. So overall, who do you want to win the Cup? If you had to pick one team right now.
Do I want to win? Or who I think is going
want to and win? Then win. Want and then who you think?
Well, I already told you who I think is going to win. Tampa
you think
Bay.
Tampa Bay is
if they make the finals, they win it.
Yeah.
I don't want them to. I want the Avalanche win so bad because I want to see the grinders win, not talent. I know that's opposite of what Jeremiah likes. But I like to see the guys who do their job, play the game the right way.
That's Tampa. Am I wrong?
Okay. Let me rephrase that. The team that does it better.
Tampa's
Colorado.
Just as
no.
Colorado's been more explosive and more fun to watch.
Correct. They're more because they do what
Tampa's
they're
been playing correctly the most, though. I would say most efficiently.
Efficient, but they shut it down and do that 1-2-2.
It's boring.
It becomes boring hockey. Yeah. Whereas I don't think that happens with Avalanche. They make it fun to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, they play such good team.
I'm on the same
hockey that
same boat.
They pass so well.
Yeah.
They know where each other's going to be. They don't have to look, and they know exactly where each other's going to be. So
no, I agree. I think Avalanche. I want to win the most, but I think Tampa probably. It'd be tough. It'd be a good series if it was Tampa, Colorado. I'd watch that. That's pay-per-view for me. So
we'll have to do some.
We'll
do some live ones for that one.
Yeah.
So all right. So who wins tonight?
I'm gonna take Tampa Bay. I'm taking Tampa Bay.
Have to score
4-2 regulation.
I don't think they score that many.
You don't think so?
I don't think Rangers scored that many. You're saying they're going to score 2 against Vasilevsky?
2 against
in
Vasilevsky.
Game 1 after 13.
Game 1.
13.
I think Vasilevsky,
1 goal.
You think it's 1-0?
No.
What do you think?
Rangers only score 1, and I bet you. Let's see, Shesterkin's coming off of what? How many days rest? 2 days rest. Only 2 days rest.
Yeah,
3 days rest.
Well, 1 day.
That's
They
it.
played yesterday. No, they didn't play yesterday.
No, it wasn't yesterday.
2 days ago.
2 days ago. Yeah. So, no, they scored 4 on him.
Yeah.
4-1.
So we're both in agreement. 4. So, but yeah, I think that it'll be a fun series. I think still, but because of the goaltending storyline, but won't be as exciting. Not as much goal scoring.
Yeah.
So,
do you know Shesterkin doesn't even speak English
at all?
I guess he's very bad at English.
Oh, that's what I was gonna. So you want to hear a funny stat?
Is this another crazy stat today?
It is kind of crazy. So round 1, Colorado beat
LA.
Matt Duchene and the Predators.
Yeah, Predators.
He was their first overall pick in 2008, 2009. Okay. No.
Okay.
So whatever draft year we're in,
right.
Maybe 2011.
Okay.
Whatever draft year we're in. Okay. First round they beat Duchene. It was their first overall pick that year.
Okay.
Second round they beat St. Louis. Ryan O'Reilly was their second round pick that year for that same draft class.
Oh, I knew you were going here.
Third one, they're playing Tyson Berry, who was their third round pick.
Overall.
So who's the 4th overall pick in that draft year for the Avalanche?
That's crazy.
Do they play on Tampa?
That's a crazy stat.
It is.
That's a crazy stat.
That I should, throw that out there.
6.3. Now, does this series? Do both these series get to 6.3 goals average a game, or do you think the average comes down?
Well, they're already at that at the Avalanche game.
Correct. The Avalanche game has 14 goals.
I don't see the East going that high.
If the East goes that high, I'll be amazed. But it's crazy. I'm interesting. It'll be interesting. I'll tell you this. I'm super excited about the West. Super excited to watch these games. The East, I hope Tampa Bay pounds the Rangers.
Wait, so you don't want Tampa to win, but you want them to beat Rangers.
Because I don't like either team. I would have loved Colorado or Carolina in there. Yeah. I think that would have been a fantastic series.
I think it like these Southern teams beating the good teams, quote unquote good, like historically good teams, is great for the game too. So Carolina being in there against Tampa,
it does help grow the game. Yeah, it does definitely help grow the game. I'll tell you one thing.
Who do we think will win the Western Conference Final? Avalanche.
Avalanche. Yeah. Yep. I say here's what we were talking about earlier, Mickey, is that if Colorado doesn't win in 5 or 6, they lose Game 7. I don't think they can sustain a 7-game series just because I think that Oilers believe they have nothing to lose. I think they do think that they are the underdog and that Colorado has sole control of that. So, nice. Attaboy. Diehard Avs fan.
Hey, so, there you go.
Listen, I liked back in the day the Sakic and Claude Lemieux. That was
Forsberg.
That was good. Man, that was good.
Those are my teams on NHL 03.
You weren't even born yet.
No, yeah, McKinnon, Makar are 2 of my favorite players.
Yeah. I'm a McKinnon fan for sure.
You're gonna be Makar. Makar.
You keep saying that, but
you're gonna have to be. You can't like the,
I think it's just crazy that 6.3 goals a game in this playoffs in this modern era with these awesome goalies is fantastic. I just can't believe that. I just can't believe that many goals. 8-6. That's crazy. Now, Mickey, question for you. Being an actual fan of the Avs, did you believe that whenever that game was going on, did the game get more exciting or less exciting with all the goal scoring? Because as a hometown fan, I'm sure that it was probably really exciting for you, whereas someone like me and Jeremiah who were watching it were like, where's the defense?
It just gave me anxiety. Where's the goaltending? I'm like, they're just going to go to score.
Correct. Like it was like watching, like you said, an all-star game. So what do you think? Okay, so you were worried.
I was worried too, because I'm rooting for the Avs. That's my team.
You're worried, and it shouldn't be that way. You get up by that kind of
when Tampa's up a goal.
Shut it down.
Tampa was up a goal against the Panthers, who are the best scoring team in the league, like all season. I was like, Panthers have lost. There's not a chance they come back and beat these guys 2-1 right now. Yeah. Like I was worried about having to score a goal against Tampa. Like, you don't worry about that. Like, right. It's the opposite with
I just don't know why you like the Panthers anyway, but that's another story.
Florida.
That's not Tampa.
Game 5, Blues-Avs game.
Yeah, it was. I'm not going to lie. I was shocked to see them not just shut it down, run a 1-2-2 and just shut it down, chip it out, just let them panic. I mean, they're overpass, overshoot, get weak shots to the net. I don't know why they didn't just shut it down, but they didn't. And that's the crazy part about hockey is that,
Is that a coaching thing, or do you think that's like a team thing where their like team identity is like,
oh, keep going. That's a good one.
Like if you're the coach in that situation, like,
I'm shutting it down though.
But have you played like that at all during the regular season? Tampa plays how they play. You know what I mean?
Correct.
It's not like they're.
But they play boring hockey all the time. Tampa Bay plays boring hockey
completely changing the Avalanche's team identity by doing the 1-2, shut it down. You know what I mean?
I guess the question is, do you not think that those players have played in that situation though before, where they couldn't adapt to that situation?
Well, they're pros, right? So they should technically they should be able to, right? Like, I mean, they should be able to. But your identity all season, why you've been successful, the way you've been successful, is that run and gun. Hard, keep going hard.
Yeah, try and score more goals. You're just outscoring the other team. So, Mickey, say they're up by 5 goals in order to stay calm. I think that's true, but why are they not shutting them down?
It's 5 goals too, which is insane. No, I'm not coming at Mickey here. Just like you as a coach, if I have to be up 5 goals to be calm, I'm like,
it's tough.
How many times have they scored 5 goals all season?
I mean, I mean, it's funny, I've spoke to Mike Sullivan a couple times from the Penguins about this, and he never he could be a tie game with 5 minutes left in the third, and they're not going to change their game until something happens, and then you have to be a little flexible. What did we get on Dan Bylsma for in the early 2000s? He would never change his game. You have to adapt.
No, I agree.
You have to adapt. I think that Colorado is going to have to adapt to the McKinnon, because you can't be scared of him. You cannot be scared of him. You gotta, and I'm not saying go out and score more goals. I think you've got to go after McDavid more.
Oh, you want to talk about Jack Johnson for a little bit?
Oh,
Manson was pretty good in the first 2 series, wasn't he? I mean, Manson played really bad last night, but first 2 series he was. I mean, you saw him out there because he was doing good things. Last night you saw him out there because he was doing bad things. It's like Boyle in round 1.
But Jack Johnson is supposed to be a shut-down defenseman. He's not an offensive defenseman.
He's a first overall pick, isn't he? For St. Louis in 2003. Didn't it go Johnson, Fleury? Or something. Fleury was 3rd, maybe?
I don't know. We need Jake, our statistician, on that one. Jake, where are you today?
Yeah.
These lawyers in New York, you think they would work normal hours?
Yeah. I mean,
no, I don't know.
Can't be. He's probably smoking a cigar at a boys' club.
It's probably true. It's probably true. He probably is. He's like, oh, I'm going to go back to Nashville Predators and be a lawyer for them. Screw you guys. He's 3rd overall in 2005. Jack Johnson.
Oh, Mickey, we got a new statistician.
You might have to take over Jake's job here as our statistician. Normally, he's the one looking up stuff for us. But
that's right.
3rd pick. I don't know. He's a shutdown defenseman. He's not a.
He's supposed to be a shutdown defenseman.
Supposed to be.
Actually, Makar shutdown is more of a shutdown defenseman than Johnson is.
Well, supposedly, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
the Avs just need to get a lead and shut it down.
I think they just need to trust their
1-2 weak shots to the net, stick on pucks, and you know what? You can always score. You have the most deep team in the NHL right now.
Probably.
You get up by 1 or 2 goals, shut it down, and sometimes we need to get a goal. You have 3 lines that are dominant.
Well, their second line could be a top line on most any other team.
Absolutely. Their second line is a top line on most teams. Yeah. Especially any ones that haven't made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Well, you can say that about both teams, though. But you really can say that about both teams. You could say that they both.
Well, the first 30 minutes, they were also shooting on Swiss cheese. So.
True. True. So, yeah, until they made the goaltending change. I mean, Koskinen came in and shut him to 20 to 21, you said?
20 saves on
21 shots. I mean, that game could have been a lot different, but you got to remember, the Avs have the most in-depth. I mean, it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. But, I think it goes 5. It's got to go 5, or the Avs lose.
I wanted to go 4, but I think it goes 7, and I think the Avs still pull through. I really do.
Well, I don't trust the Avalanche.
I think McKinnon, like the difference between like McKinnon and Matthews, like getting in their heads. Like McKinnon puts a lot of pressure on himself, but then he like does what's like he plays different. Matthews puts so much pressure on himself and he plays the same and he's not scoring.
But that has the same thing with McDavid though.
Yeah,
McDavid, I don't think McDavid. You could tell McDavid when he decides, okay, I'm done. We got to score a goal. Yeah, there's another level.
That's true too.
There is another level. He's like, okay, I'm done. Here we go.
That's true. I guess you do have to look at both sides.
You have to look at both sides.
McDavid could do that more than McKinnon does it.
Absolutely. There's more skill. McDavid has more skill than McKinnon does. Yeah. McKinnon is like Kreider, though. He does everything right. Yeah. Everything. Puck protection, passing, shooting, checking, 200 feet. He does everything right.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to maybe ask you about this. Why I think I have the answer, but why was McDavid playing wing with Draisaitl at the end of the game?
Good, Draisaitl's a household name, baby. Yeah.
No, it's just like McDavid was on fire on faceoffs. He was like 70% or something too. Like, wouldn't you want your? I don't know what Draisaitl was, but actually we could look. But Draisaitl,
because he doesn't understand that Draisaitl is the next household name.
he's the Klay Thompson to the
He
Steph
is not
Curry.
Klay Thompson. No.
Yes, he is.
No.
Yes, he is.
No.
He has to be.
No.
I'm technically right.
Smith gave up a lot. He did. He gave up a lot. Yeah, but they weren't forechecking well in the second and third period. The first period, I agree with you. The Avs were doing a fantastic job. But if you would run a 1-2-2 and you only have one forechecker, then you have everybody back and you can make them dump and chase. That's not the strong suit of the Oilers. The strong suit of the Oilers is to have McDavid take the puck, walk in the zone, set it up, and make some pretty pass to Draisaitl, and Draisaitl buries it. I mean, that really is their game. If you play the 1-2-2, you get them to the center line. They're going to have to dump it or somehow get in the zone, and they're going to have to chase and play a totally different game. He's the Scottie Pippen to the MJ. Yeah, now you're talking my generation. That's my generation.
Same thing.
No, it's different.
So McDavid was 55% from the faceoffs, and Draisaitl was 42%. Okay. Whereas McKinnon was 53%, and Kadri was 55%.
And who won the game?
Better faceoffs.
Yeah, who won the game?
Avalanche. That's what I'm saying. You put McDavid in there, he wins a faceoff when you need a faceoff win.
Yeah, but who else is going to score?
Draisaitl. Yeah, how many points? Yeah, how many goals he had this season?
I don't know.
You know, a ton.
I just don't see. I don't see McDavid. It's kind of like the whole. We talk about like Patrick Mahoney, which is a kid here. Like, if you have the puck, or like even like an Ethan Gredler, if you have the puck, then you can't get open because everyone is focusing on you. So is it something where you want Draisaitl to take the faceoff so that McDavid can get into a place where no one's following him?
Gredler said your video sucks. Get better internet.
Well, maybe it's his internet. I don't know.
I don't know. I think here's the thing: is that wouldn't you think McDavid could get more open as a center than as a wing?
Not if he has the puck.
Yeah, but they're winning the faceoff back.
Maybe they don't.
Like if Draisaitl loses the faceoff, right? So it doesn't matter. McDavid wins the faceoff. Back to his D. He can get more open. He's gonna have more time to lose the other centerman than if he's playing wing and a defense or a winger's covering him already. Like, you know what I mean?
I agree.
Like if he pops out, then they could go there. They're not. If he's curling down or wherever he goes, they're less worried with him without the puck, because if they pass there, he's gonna pop out and do like the OV hopefully, but that's not what they're doing. You know what I mean? I don't know. even if he's coming through, I don't know. I mean, I just don't know.
No, I didn't notice. Were they trying to win the puck straight back to McKinnon at the top of the circle, or was McKinnon? Or,
no, McDavid.
McDavid. Was he playing the left and right wing?
So like he was playing the right wing as a left-handed shooter.
Okay, he's playing the right wing as a left-handed shooter, but he was actually on the boards on a right-hand face-off.
No,
or was he behind Draisaitl?
The only time I saw him and Draisaitl out there together was when they were on that side. Like there was 3 face-offs in a row, basically. That
and he was behind him, or he was on the boards?
On like lined up on the you're in front of the goalie as the winger. Yep. Like McDavid was right there next to you. Like,
yeah, that doesn't make sense to me.
That's what I'm saying.
That doesn't make sense to me. Why would you put McDavid right there? If anything, for that second, you switch the wingers and put McDavid right behind.
Yeah.
Draisaitl for a shot.
It didn't make sense to me. I was wondering what your thoughts were.
Well, I would say that's a stupid coaching decision.
Well, he's interim, so it doesn't matter. He can't get fired anyhow. He's just going to be replaced, if anything, or hired.
This is why I can't take it.
Tampa Bay winning 4-1.
Yes. Tampa Bay. I said they might sweep them, but I might. Now, does that mean 4 games to 1, or are you talking about the score of the game tonight?
Series win.
Oh, series win? Oh, yeah. Sorry, series win.
He's saying 5 games.
Yeah, no, I think it's 4 or 5 at most. Rangers have been in 2 Game 7s.
I think it'll be hard for the Rangers.
Tampa Bay's been. The problem with it is Tampa Bay has literally been on retirement for a week and a half.
No, I think Tampa wins in 5. I think they'll have Tampa, or I think Rangers will have 1 good game, and then.
You think the Rangers are going to come out and win tonight?
No, not tonight.
Oh,
One good game.
One good game. Okay.
Yeah. At home, maybe.
Okay. That's what I said. 4-0, 4-1.
I think 4-1.
There's no way it goes to more than 5 games. Hey, Steven, how's it going, man?
Hey, what's up?
How's the life of the? Let's see. Where's Steven's from? Kansas City, St. Louis. Which one? You're from? One somewhere in the Midwest. I know that for sure. But things are going well here. We're talking a little hockey here on why the scoring has been so high. 6.3 goals a game. Kansas City. Yeah, I got it. Woo! I knew I was.
Oh no, Mickey's in Kansas City. Hey, we're both in Kansas City. Wow, we're
2
creating
Kansas City people. That's awesome. That's fantastic.
You guys have to get together and send us a photo.
So we got an Avs fan. All right, so we know Mickey's an Avs fan now. So are you from Colorado? How are you? Avs fan from Kansas City. Interesting.
Well, who else is your team in Kansas City? Columbus?
St. Louis. You gotta be a Blues fan. It's the closest. It's gotta be the closest place. It's gotta be the closest. I don't know. Jeremiah doesn't know it. Listen, this is the problem with education and geography in 2010. All right.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So he lived in Colorado for 20 years. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, Kansas City's a lot different than Colorado. That's for sure. I'd much rather be in Colorado than in Kansas City. But
you got to worry about tornadoes, right?
Mickey's got a game-worn Bork jersey.
Oh, nice.
That's
awesome.
That's amazing.
I guess Colorado is pretty close.
What's that?
Colorado is pretty close.
To where? Yeah, Kansas City's on this side of the state.
Yeah, but St. Louis is that far.
Yeah, that's. Have you ever driven across Kansas?
I have, actually.
That sucks. Sucks. Driving all the way across Kansas.
How many times have you driven across the country?
Twice.
I think same.
Yeah. Sucks every time. Nebraska and Kansas.
I think we went one time. We went above, and then one time we went below. From LA to Pittsburgh.
Well, we didn't go to LA. I went to Colorado.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I never made it to California. I'll never go back to California. Never. Yes, I agree. It's the worst drive. Because the mountains, you see the mountains, and you think you're getting close,
but they're like kilometers
away. It's
miles and
crazy.
miles and miles away.
It's crazy.
But yeah.
But all right. Well, any other thoughts before we go? I mean, it's going to be interesting. We're going to do some live video, not tonight's game, but probably this weekend we're going to do a live reaction while the game is going on. Yeah. We want to do the Oilers game, right? That's what we want to do.
That's what I want to do. I'll do either one, but I mean, we'll have more fun with our reactions with all the goals.
Awesome, yeah.
Then
Mickey, you're the best throwing us a sub, man. Please.
Hey.
Yeah, spread the word. We love good conversation. Get your buddies in here. We will have some great conversations, especially once we get our statistician.
He's funny, yeah.
He is hysterical. We'll get him in here. And
Mickey, so tell them about the channel. like we don't. I mean, we've been doing this recently, but what do we usually do?
So really, what we do is
we're from Northwest Pennsylvania.
Yeah, we're kind of Penguin fans, but we love everybody. Really, I mean,
we're player. I'm
more player fan than what we are a team fan. I used to work for the Penguins. He played in Florida at the University of Florida. So the Greller, you bring Ayers and no, no. No.
Yes, an e-bug. That's what we need for this series. And make it more fun.
Mickey, thanks for joining us. Tell everybody we're going to be back on Saturday or Sunday, whatever game that night that game is. But Gredler, man, I agree. Yeah, 100%. We actually did a video
and
on.
Marshawn's buddies with them all too.
We actually did a video on Crosby and puck protection and looking at McKinnon. It's like looking in the mirror.
They work out in Nova Scotia together.
But you don't like Canada, so they must not do anything good in there because Jeremiah doesn't like it.
I like McKinnon and McCarr. McCarr's from Alberta.
But he doesn't like Canada.
I've been to Canada many times.
He doesn't like it.
I don't like them as a team winning over the
Yes, they are really good friends. And it's hard to believe that Marchand is in that group too, but this guy,
I love him.
I can't take it.
Same.
Yeah, I
He's
agree.
my favorite too.
McKinnon's there, but McCarr's growing on me. He's growing on me.
Danny Foster's favorite player is McCarr.
Yeah,
we do like.
Well, he should. It should be his favorite player. I mean, really, he's defensive.
Yeah.
So
we're both coaches, Mickey.
Yeah, we coach. I coached 12U. Well, he coached 12U last year
and 10U the year before together.
We run an instructional school here out of Meadville, Pennsylvania, and we just like talking hockey and talking to people. So
we'll see you this weekend when we'll make an announcement on our Facebook and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Good idea.
All right, take it easy, Mickey.
All right. Well, any final thoughts for the Gredler? Getzel's better than all. No, Getzel's not. Gensel is nothing without Crosby.
What's his golf handicap, Gredler?
It's true. I don't think he knows how to play golf.
Heck yeah, Steven.
Yeah,
we'll be streaming. They're both 8 o'clock.
It's either Saturday or Sunday. I don't know. We'll have to figure out whatever the Oilers game is. That's one we're going to be streaming.
I think it's Sunday. I think it is Sunday.
Okay. Yeah, we'll make sure we get that one done. So,
but
it's
Saturday.
It's Saturday. +5 is his handicap.
But yeah, we'll be on.
Probably not as good as
Saturday.
Crosby's probably still a better golfer.
Yeah, for sure.
So, any last words?
Ethan, I hope you're working out at home, buddy.
Yeah, you better be. No, not hoping. Ethan, you better be working out at home.
Like I said, I hope you're working out at home. If you need any workouts, let me know, buddy, and we'll get you into shape.
Oh, speaking of that, you should say about the whole swimming workout thing.
Oh, we're doing swim workouts at the Mark. If Aaron's not running them, Bill will be running them.
Yeah,
I'll be drowning
for hockey kids. I think it's gonna be great. They put a couple kids through it the other day. It was awesome. It was awesome to see. Yeah. Jeremiah's face was all red. It was great.
It was like 10 minutes, and I was like, I have to be done.
I can't wait to put the kids through it. So, off ice starts June 13th.
10th, I think.
10th?
Right?
I thought it was 13th.
Okay.
Yep, 13th. Yep, June 13th at 9 a.m. from 9 to 11 a.m. So I can't wait. It's going to be a fantastic time. Thanks, everybody, for joining us for this hour. I can't believe it's been an hour already.
Yeah.
We'll pick another topic, but a lot of offense. Please put in the comments below why you think there's so much offense in the 2022 playoffs. The most goals scored in 27 years. Tell us right in the comments why you think that there's been that many goals scored. All right. For Coach Aaron, Coach Jeremiah, we got to get back to work. Thanks for joining us. Talk to you guys soon.